Hello, so this is my YouTube vlog for 2012. It's like a daily video diary kind of thing, and this is January 1st's day, post or whatever, video, there you go. But problem is, I kind of got grounded for tomorrow from all electronics, so this is December 31st, New Year's Eve. So like on the first day that had to happen. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the January 1st vlog tonight, and I'll try to edit it and post it tonight, and it'll just be for tomorrow's video. But anyways, so I want to kind of talk about there were a couple things I want to talk about in this first one. I'm using my hands too much. Okay, and because it may be of interest to some people, I wanted to say something about the camera I'm using, which is I bought it for this purpose, and so I just kind of wanted to talk about it. And I have it in blue, but the box says red. But it's the Kodak PlaySport ZX5, and I really liked it when I had seen it in person, and then I saw it, and I looked up a ton of reviews online and tests and all this stuff, and it is shockproof and has the stabilization, and it's dustproof and it's waterproof, which the waterproof part is like really cool. So I can do stuff, you know, just film underwater, you know, not be afraid of getting it wet and all that. So I'm really excited about that. And so far I've had no complaints, but then again I've only had it for roughly 48 hours. If that, no, like 24. Okay. And so I also want to talk about my 2012 New Year's resolutions. And some people don't like resolutions. I do. I go a little bit overboard with resolutions. But last year I was surprisingly able to accomplish a lot of them, which was really surprising because I write them down on a sheet of paper, like this. And I have them all organized because I'm Claire, I organize. And I have them in different categories: spiritual, financial, educational, physical, relational, and miscellaneous. And so I write down several things in each one, and a couple times throughout the year, like 3 or 4 times throughout the year, I'll go back through and kind of just checkpoint, you know, see what I've done, because sometimes I forget about what they are, you know, if it's, I don't even know an example. Sometimes I'll forget what they are if they're not like a daily kind of thing. Or, you know, I'll forget what kind of goal I had, and so I'll just go back and check and just to remind myself what all I have. And then at the end of the year, when I'm making the next year's resolutions, I check off in a different colored pen what I accomplished and write little notes next to it, so I can go back through the last like 6 years or whatever. Yeah, I think it's been 5-6 years. And so anyways, I wanted to tell y'all what my 2012 resolutions were. So for spiritual resolutions, I'm going to read through the New Testament, Psalms, and Proverbs. And I tried reading the whole Bible last year, and I really disappointed myself because I fell off the track in February, and it just kind of made me mad because it was, I don't know. So I'm just going to set the goal of reading the New Testament, Psalms, and Proverbs, and just hope that if there's, you know, that may not sound like a lot to some people, but I'm just going to try, and if God wants me to read something else, then I will. And this has been on my list every year, is witness to 3+ people, at least 3 people, and find or go on a missions trip. A lot can change in a year, so I may have already been on a mission trip by the end of 2012, or I may have just found one to sign up for, and that's something I've been wanting to do for the last couple of years. Financial is start saving for, I mean, I've always had some savings, but I'd like to start saving more and better, and I really need to get a job. That's kind of a big deal. I tried this past year, and didn't really work. I applied in 5 different places, and nothing. One place has 4 available positions that I qualified for. They're still all available. They haven't hired anyone. It's kind of weird. But, and to just give more and be spontaneous. Just not be such a tightwad, you know. Someone says, hey, I need some extra change, not to just say, oh, I don't have any, because that's really selfish. I'm really bad at that. And educational is to have straight A's. Haven't had straight A's since 7th grade. I'm gonna try to have straight A's. I want my GPA to be greater than 3.5. Right now it's not. And I want good SAT and ACT scores. I'm just a sophomore this year, so those aren't like, it's not this year, but I'd like to take those tests and see what, just to practice and whatever. I need to get back into Latin. I was supposed to be doing my Latin course this semester, and I haven't done it this semester, so I need to start this coming semester back into Latin. And I want to find out about Maymester or summer college courses so that I can get some, take some kind of college course this Maymester or summer. Physical, I want to be flexible. A couple years ago, I could do, I could do like a back bend or a split or something. And so this year, I want to be flexible. I want to be able to do all 3 different directions of the splits, left, right, and side. I want to learn how to dive, and I want to be able to run a 5K. So, those are my physical. And relational, I wrote a smiley face next to this one. It says, "Don't fall for anyone." Yeah, a couple years ago I had major instances with this, and so this year it's just don't fall for anyone, which hasn't been hard in the last couple months because I'm perfectly content. And then relationals also, don't be bossy, critical, or sarcastic, or impatient. Those are my 4 worst things. Very bossy, very critical, very sarcastic, very impatient. Which really is not great. Miscellaneous. There's always a lot in here. Vlog every day this year. I'm not making any promises. I've told myself I'm not gonna be disappointed if I can't do that, because that's a pretty lofty goal. So, I'm just gonna try to take it 1 month at a time. And okay, then read 30 books. I want to read 30 books. I don't know if that's a high goal for me or like, because I've never counted how many books I read in a year. So, of those 30 books, I want 5 to be classics and 5 to be nonfiction, just because those kind of mix it up a little so it's not all fiction, which is like, the easiest for me to read, just sit down and read fiction. I want to journal hopefully every day of this year. And I just finished my 3rd journal book, physical book, and as of January 1st, which should be today's vlog, I will have been journaling for 2 years, so I'm really excited about that. And I'm starting my 4th journal. And draw more. I've kind of gotten away from drawing this past year since I'm no longer in an art class where I draw, every day or whatever. So I really want to get back into that. So, kind of hone my skills. So that's that. And, oh, another thing that I'm doing in these vlogs is at the end, or whenever I can remember, or if I forget, no big deal, I'm going to ask a random question or fact or story or something. So, today's, and every time, I'm going to say it, I'm going to answer it, or explain it, and then I want you to put your responses in the comment below. And it'd be kind of a cool way for me to meet my subscribers or whatever. As you subscribe, just comment below. And, so, this one is, put your iPod on shuffle and say the first 10 songs. Mine's across the room. Hang on. Of course it couldn't have been handy. And I don't have an iPod because I'm cheap, but I use my phone. So we're gonna see here. Okay, so this is my phone here, and I pulled up the first song, and I have Christmas songs on here. So trying to look through my screen. This is something Be Christmas Every Day by Sarah Bright something. What is this? I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day by Sarah Brightman. Let's see, next is Peace, Peace, Silent Night by Michael Crawford. Or, yeah, it's Crawford, isn't it? I always forget. Yeah, Crawford. A lot of Christmas music on here I need to take off. Oh, this is an audiobook, so that doesn't count. Wow, this is all Christmas. Journey to Bethlehem by Michael Crawford. Amazing Grace by Sarah Brightman. Wow, I'm not obsessed with these two. They're just coming up. Another audiobook. Wow, this is such a failure. Amazing Grace, My Chains Are Gone. There it is. By Chris Tomlin. And This Life by Mercy Me. Dear X, You Don't Own Me by Disciple. Angels We Have Heard on High by Michael Crawford. I think there's 2 more. When Nothing Satisfies, Jennifer Knapp. Enough, Chris Tomlin. And Track 16 by Randy Travis. I think Track 16, I don't know. This one was a CD that my parents had, so I just put it on here. So I don't really know the name of that song. But yeah. So, that's that. And put your answers down in the comments below. And Have a wonderful New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Of course I get a message. Bye.